This is Bobby C. out at MetLife Stadium for New York Football Giants preseason action week number 1 as they took on the Cleveland Browns on Thursday night. The final result, not what the team would have wished for, but the rookies played pretty well, and that included Davis Webb and Saquon Barkley.
It was kind of weird. I was talking to a lot of guys there. For some reason, I didn't get nervous. I didn't really even get anxious. It was kind of a weird feeling. I didn't understand it. They said it would probably hit me when the national anthem goes off, but I just kind of just got locked in so quick. I just been preparing for this moment my whole life and be able to play in NFL, and I didn't want any other thing to ruin it. It didn't matter if I broke a long run or not. I just wanted to go out there, enjoy, and have fun, and take advantage of every rep and every opportunity I got.
I always get excited about making big blocks and get my nose in there, and definitely he was real patient with that run. He was real patient setting it up, and it kind of allowed the line to get it in position for him to bounce out like that. So it's definitely love seeing big runs like that, especially when us tight ends are really a focal point in the blocking scheme on that certain play.
Do you have a checklist of things you're looking to accomplish from week to week, that you're trying to do, in terms of improving?
100%. The biggest thing right now is go to film with Coach Sherman and Coach Shula and kind of learn from my mistakes. It's the first preseason game. I mean, I'm going to get better from it. This isn't going to be the last or the first or the last time playing. So I got another opportunity next week in Detroit. Go get some every day in practice, and that'd be a great opportunity for our team to go get someone else new on defense. And looking forward to it.
There's a lot that we can learn from. The players can all learn from. I think guys playing today got better in some ways. All the young players played, and now we'll go back and watch the tape. Get ready to play Detroit.
We kick-started the NFL season here in New York with the first 2 picks in the most recent NFL draft. Baker Mayfield and Saquon Barkley lived up to early expectations as the duo saw their first action as the Browns beat the Giants 20-10 on Thursday night. The Browns won all of their preseason games a year ago, but then lost all of their regular season games. So we've seen this script before. Mayfield had 2 touchdowns in the win. As for the G-men, all the focus in the postgame, as you saw, was centered around Barkley, whose lightning-fast scamper on his first play will be what's remembered from this one, at least for Giants fans. Saquon needed just 1 play to show what he can add to the Giants' offense. His 39-yard run on his first carry put his elusiveness. He avoided 3 tackles and big playability on display. That play overshadowed the absence of Odell Beckham Jr., who did not play in the contest as he works his way back from a serious ankle injury. Tonight, it will be the Jets' turn at MetLife Stadium. They take on Atlanta in their preseason opener. The focus there should be on top rookie Sam Darnold. Can the rookie quarterback take his practice field poise to the game? That'll be the big question. I suspect, he'll play about 2 quarters in this one. Back in the Bronx, the Yankees have been up and down since the All-Star break. They were swept in crushing fashion in Boston, followed that up with a sweep of the Chicago White Sox, and have now returned home to host Texas. Behind 5 home runs Thursday night, including 1 from the right and 1 from the left side for Neil Walker, the Yankees won 7-3. The big blow of the night, Giancarlo Stanton hit the hardest homer ever measured by Major League Baseball's StatCast system, 121.7 miles per hour. Wow. An update on the Yankees' other big slugger, ? Yankees manager Aaron Boone said he hadn't spoken to the doctor who had examined slugger Aaron Judge's fractured wrist early Thursday evening. Judge, however, had an update, and it didn't sound good. He said the fracture still hasn't healed after he watched the Yankees win over the Rangers at Yankee Stadium, extending their winning streak to 4 games. Open quote, there's going to be discomfort for a while, Judge said. It's still fractured, so we're going to wait until it heals up, and I guess I'll be moving forward with some throwing and stuff like that, close quote. Judge said it would be day-to-day until he starts swinging a bat. Judge has been on the disabled list since July 27th, the day before he was hit on the wrist with a 93-mile-per-hour fastball. Across town, the Mets concluded their homestand in strong fashion Wednesday. Ace Jacob deGrom lowered his ERA to 1.77 and finally got some run support in an 8-0 win over Cincinnati. deGrom struck out 10 over 6 innings, received rare significant run support and earned his first win in nearly 2 months in the process. Mets will now begin an 11-game road trip. It starts tonight in Miami. Time for some quick hitters from around the world of sports. On the WNBA hardwood, the New York Liberty are in the midst of a rough season. They are now 7-22 following Wednesday night's 82-81 loss to the LA Sparks. Chelsea Gray scored 19 points. Candace Parker had 13, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. And the Sparks edged the New York Liberty at the Westchester County Center. Parker moved into 19th place on the WNBA scoring list with 5,023 points. Parker also reached 2,500 rebounds in the win. The day that many NFL fans have long been waiting for has finally arrived. NFL fans attending the New York Giants preseason game Thursday night at MetLife Stadium had the opportunity to place a legal wager on the game from inside the stadium. This marked the first time in NFL history in the United States that fans were able to bet on a game while actually being at the game. According to ESPN, all fans inside the stadium were able to place bets on their phones with no restrictions through DraftKings until late in the fourth quarter when the Browns had mounted a 10-point lead. Buffalo Wild Wings wants to add sports betting to the menu, too. The chain is looking to become your one-stop shop for beer, wings, sports, and sports betting. The chicken wing and sports bar chain is exploring new business opportunities opened up by the newly expanded sports betting laws after a May ruling by the Supreme Court listed a federal restriction on legal betting, according to ESPN. President Donald Trump reacted today to NFL player demonstrations during the national anthem on Thursday night, saying that a football game is no place to protest and calling for players who protest to be suspended without pay. And Miami Dolphins players Kenny Stills and Albert Wilson knelt behind teammates who lined up standing along the sideline. Defensive end Robert Quinn stood and raised his right fist as he did during the anthem last season while with the LA Rams. Major League Baseball is set for its Players Weekend this weekend. That means plenty of cool jerseys. You can log on to MLB.com for every Yankee nickname, and of course, replicas of the unis are for sale. King Felix has lost his moniker, so to speak. Felix Hernandez has lost his spot in the Seattle Mariners rotation in the wake of his latest terrible start in a season filled with struggles. The right-hander, who threw a perfect game in 2012, will pitch out of the bullpen for the first time in the majors. He's having the worst season of a 14-year career as the Mariners chase their first playoff berth since 2001. Hernandez has a career-high 5.73 ERA this season and is 0-4 in his past 5 starts, capped by a clunker against the Rangers on Tuesday, in which he allowed a career-most 11 runs, 7 earned on 8 hits in 6 innings. On the links, the second round of the PGA Championship has begun. You can visit NBCSports.com for more. The Hoops in the Sun Roundball Classic out at Orchard Beach is drawing to a close, a sign that summer is winding down. The final regular season games will be played this weekend at the Bronx Riviera, and next weekend is the playoffs. That will mark 19 seasons in the books out at Hits. Log on to hoopsinthesun.net for more. Last night was a goodie out at Dyckman Park in Washington Heights. Standout high school phenom Zion Harmon dropped double-digit points en route to MVP honors in the most recent Slam Showdown. You can watch all of the action on Facebook Live, play-by-play courtesy of yours truly. Shameless plug there. Tune in Monday and Thursday night, and don't forget to circle August 18th on your calendars. That's the Slam Summer Classic. The top 20 high school players in the country right here in the Mecca. The red carpet of street ball. NBA rookies Trae Young and Mo Bamba were among those in attendance Thursday night. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list for another racing legend that has set his sights on winning the Indianapolis 500. Stewart sounds like he's ready to do what Danica Patrick couldn't this past May in the greatest spectacle in racing. Stewart has an itch to race more often, and the 3-time NASCAR champion naturally wants to scratch it at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in 2019. Stewart, an Indiana native who grew up dreaming of winning at the Brickyard, hasn't raced in the Indy 500 since 2001, but said Tuesday it's not out of the question that he will return to Indy as soon as next May, which will be broadcast by NBC. Stewart, who had downplayed the idea of racing the Indy 500 in recent years, said he would want to run at least one IndyCar race before returning. Patrick qualified 7th and finished 30th in the 2018 Indy 500, the final start of her career. Stewart has 5 starts in the Indianapolis 500, starting on pole as a rookie in 1996 and leading 64 laps and a career-best fifth-place finish in 1997. He believes he could be in winning form with the right team and a little time to knock off the rust. It would be cool to see Stewart and Fernando Alonso at Indy next May. And if you're asking me for an early take, I could even see Danica considering another run. And one of the three racing legends, Alonso, to me, would have the best shot at winning it. He would then complete the trifecta of racing: Le Mans, Monaco, and Indy. Share your thoughts with us on social media. Do you think Stewart is serious about a return to the Indy 500? And if so, could you see him winning it next May? That's your sports. I'm Bobby C.